Welcome to today's Vehicle Visionary. Today I've borrowed this 2017 Audi A5 from my friends at Holmes Volvo Cars. And we're just going to take a quick look at it today. And as always, if you happen to be interested in this car, there's always a link in the description of the video to this model on the Holmes Volvo Cars website. If you click on that link and it just goes to the inventory page, then that means the car has been sold. We'll just take a quick look here at the exterior. I'll list the exterior colors and some of the information that you might want to know about as far as safety features and other information. And of course, there are a lot of safety features on this particular model. So we take a look around. You do have a nice large sunroof right here. We'll take a quick look at the interior just to kind of let you see what all is there. And I'm going to kind of tell on myself here. I'll show you a little bit more about this later because I really don't have the right angle to do this. That is not a power shade for the sunroof. It is manual, and I'll just pull that back later on. But one thing I really like here is the design of the door sills. Very nice, seem to fit the car perfectly. Very good looking overall. Very sporty looking vehicle, and even though the engine under the hood is not super duper powerful, this is a fun car to drive nonetheless. And while this may not be the most powerful engine you're going to find under the hood of any vehicle, 220 horsepower, it's a 2-liter 4-cylinder, it still allows you to have enough power to have a good time playing around with this car, which the handling is actually very good. And for whatever reason, I was expecting when I opened this hood to have to find one of those rods to put up to hold the hood up, but as you can see, it has the strut right here to automatically open that for you. A nice little surprise there. Quick look at the front end here with the headlights and the fog lights on the lower portion of the bumper down there. And just a quick look at the vents here. Now these are not functional vents, but still vents there for decorative purpose. Does give it a nice look nonetheless, as you can see. Of course, just a quick look at the grille. And the overall lines of this model, it is very sporty looking. In fact, I already had somebody who was dropping off a package from UPS that came by and asked about the car because it caught their attention. Just a quick walk around of the rear area of the car just to give you a better view. Of course, seeing the exhaust pipes down there for the 2-liter 4-cylinder. Let's do a quick little exhaust clip so you can hear what this model sounds like. Hop into the interior here. Just take a quick look at what you have. Pretty much the same thing we saw on the passenger side door with a couple of additions. Another option for opening the trunk and adjusting the side view mirrors and seat memory as well, as you can see right there. Just a quick look here from this angle. You have a fully adjustable steering wheel, tilt and telescopic. And as you can see, there's the functionality for your headlights. Just taking a quick look at the steering wheel, of course, you have some steering wheel mounted controls, a couple of different options there, including voice commands right there. You can push that and take advantage of whatever voice commands have been programmed into the vehicle. And here is your cruise control. Tell me what you think about that, guys. Would you rather see that integrated into the steering wheel itself, or are you happy with that being right there? Just kind of curious to know. And of course, you can go through quite a bit of information here on the dashboard, just scrolling your way through. I know I'm not doing it the right way, but doing this one-handed, a little bit more challenging that way. Of course, you do have
navigation is not active.
A couple of things that are not active, which I found out as I was driving around earlier. And I'm not super familiar with this vehicle, so I don't know if that means that it's just not available or it's just not active. But whatever the case may be, that's the situation. A couple of cup holders here, actually 2 different sizes of cup holders. So depending on what you have and how large it is, well, you can put it in the appropriate spot there. And here is the center console. Not a ton of space in there, but not a big deal. This is a nice little car just to have fun with on the weekends, and just a good look at the passenger side seat there. I do like the fact there is some decent bolstering here. The seats are nice and comfortable. And just in the interest of fair reporting, we'll just open the glove box real quick just so you can see what's there. That is actually a decent sized glove box there, something that's a little bit bigger than what I expected to see in this model. Okay guys, one more thing to show you real quick before we get out on the road for our test drive. Two different driving modes, drive and sport, as you can see right there. And to drive in sport mode, move this shifter over to the right, and you can gear up or gear down when you do that, depending on what you want to do. Of course, you can also use the shifter paddles, but it just depends on what your personal preference is. We get out on the road for a quick little test drive. I'm just going to give a quick little acceleration test. Not a whole lot to write home about where that's concerned, but I'll tell you what, even at only 220 horsepower, you're not going to have any trouble getting up to speed no matter where you drive this model. But the thing that has impressed me the most about this A5 are the excellent handling characteristics of the car. Every corner that I've taken with this model as I've been cruising around today on just driving back and forth to my filming location and all that kind of stuff, I've been really impressed with the overall handling characteristics. And if you're looking for a car that's not terribly expensive as far as a used model that gets good gas mileage, it has enough horsepower to get down the road and have some fun. But the handling, definitely the highest highlight, I'd say, or the main highlight of this A5 for me personally. And it does have the base engine in this particular model with a 220 horsepower 2-liter 4-cylinder, but it's a lot of fun to drive and a pretty sporty little car. It looks nice, the interior is comfortable, and of course you have multiple driving modes to select from, as we looked at earlier. Steering is good and responsive, even though there's a little bit of play in the steering wheel. I'm having to move it a little bit further than I would like to get any kind of reaction basically, but still not too bad. And the steering is pretty responsive, get some good feedback from the steering wheel. The brakes seem to be good, and you can learn a lot about a used car on a test drive by how the brakes react as far as when you step on the pedal, what happens. If it takes a good bit of pressure to get anything to happen, well, obviously the car has been driven pretty hard. Typically, that's what that's going to mean. And while it may have new brake pads on it, I don't know the history of this car, but I have noticed that that's not a problem. I don't have to hit the brakes real hard to get it to slow down. And I'm not going to do that right here on the road that we're on, even though I don't have anyone behind me right now. So we'll give it a little bit of a brake test right there. Not bad at all. Very impressive. Going up the hill here, let's just see how it accelerates. Not bad. Not bad at all. And just overall, a fun little car to drive. The sportiness, of course, with the exterior. You've got the sunroof. You've got the nice looking rims on this car. It's a great looking car, that's for sure. So if you're looking for something that's maybe not terribly expensive, gonna be really good on gas, just something you can get out with on the weekends and have a good time, or use as a daily driver, if you own an A5, whether it's this model or maybe another year, tell me down in the comments, what do you do with it? Is it your weekend car? Is it a daily driver? What do you do with your A5? Let's say, this is only the second Audi I've had a chance to get my hands on so far, but it is a fun little car to drive. And for being a 2017 model, it does have some nice technology. Obviously not 2020 or 2021 technology, but still enough to more than suit the needs of anybody who chooses to buy this car. And I do like the fact that the seats are extremely comfortable. I'd like to see the bolstering maybe come in just a little bit, but you know, everyone has their personal preferences. I'm sure that some people would say it's perfect. And like I showed you earlier on the screen, there are a lot of nice safety features here. And if you're directionally challenged, you're always going to know which direction you're going when you look up at the rear view mirror. So I got to thank my friends at Holmes Volvo Cars for loaning me this Audi A5 for the day. And of course, all of you for being kind enough to take the time to watch. I appreciate it, guys. And tell me what you want to see. Do you want to see more used cars? If so, tell me exactly what you would like to see, and I'll see if I can get my hands on that for you. But I sure appreciate all of you for being kind enough to take the time to watch, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.